I believe 24th chapter said there starts to come a star out of Jacob shall smite the corners of Moab. So he's prophesying against himself. he's prophesying against himself. So, and he had to do it. So it's like how would a heathen, how you go, what of all people, wouldn't you think Balaam would have denied his father? He actually prophesied. Something that most Israelites will never be able to do. It was a heathen prophesying. He prophesied against himself. All right. So is Balaam? Give me the account. Give me that account. That's a good point. So he must have denied his father, but he's put to death anyway, right? So I guess in the reincarnation, he's not going to be put to death. I mean, I don't know what the logic is. Like I got to keep speculating because they didn't do a very good job of explaining themselves. I got no gloves. Yahweh Shai was not manifested to take away the sins of everybody in the earth. The world, as it's speaking to in John 3:16, which you really should start from 15th chapter. All right. You would that would go back to what the law, and it would go back to the prophets. John, Gospel of John 3 and 15 on down. You have to go back to the law and the prophets to get an understanding of what that actually means. All right. We will go to Joel. You go to Deuteronomy 18:15, Isaiah 14. All right. The world without end, is that Isaiah 42? Is that the same? Is that the same chapter? Isaiah 41. Where's that? World without end. 45. Yeah, 45 and 17. Yeah. So you would go back to get the understanding John 3:15, 16. You would go back to the law and the prophets. All right. Because the word world is ambiguous. Okay. The world is ambiguous. You have to get some definition. You would have to define it and set some parameters. Right. All right. You can't just use the word world as it's used today. You got to use it how it was used back then. And then you have to go to the Greek, and then you have to go, which means an orderly arrangement. All right. Orderly arrangement. The world, all right, that's pertaining to the Israelites, is orderly arrangement. All right. Not full of sins and wickedness and disorder. You have to come back into the fold, orderly. But the world teaches you can come as you are and still be saved. No, you got to be set right. You got to be ordered. You got to be put Iraq, and set them in order before thy eyes. All right, set them in order. So we got to be another place where let all things 14 and 40 Corinthians, all things be done decently and in order. All right, including bringing out the prophecies. Bring the prophecies out the right way, break them down the right way. So, again, they believe what they believe, whether they were paid or they're just fucking zombies. The certain scriptures wasn't sit right with them. Either way, they're gonna receive that judgment. Because I never received the prophecy that all nations can be saved. I don't think any of the brothers ever received the dream, vision that I think the Gentiles is really talking about all the nations in the earth.
On the contrary, I've had dreams where the other nations are getting destroyed.
Yeah, the heathen, only the Israelite Gentiles will be justified through faith as a gift, free gift, not the actual heathen. Notice they don't talk about like the apostles have been bringing it out for years that we the only group that bring out the visions. During the other camps don't really do that at all. I think we think we're the only ones.
They don't speak about the chariots either.
Oh yeah, chariots and the dreams and visions. I never received no confirmation or that everybody can be saved. Like Christian doctrine has never been confirmed. Edomite Christian doctrine has never been confirmed to me in a dream or a vision. All right. And the faith that I have now has been confirmed beyond beyond a man's speech. All right. So I'm not here because a man told me to be here. All right. That was initial, but I'm here because it's been confirmed. All right. by the Holy Spirit, by dreams and visions, not by carnality. So that was the other dude's problem. That's an accident right there. If you only out here because men telling you to, man, you eventually you might not be of the elect. You're probably not. All right? You're probably not. You gotta have spiritual confirmation, not earthly confirmation, because the scripture tell you one of the definitions of a man is a hypocrite. All right? So if you're solely following a man, it's impossible for you to be saved. If you solely following brothers because you like how they speak and you like the brotherhood, the Lord going to destroy your ass. All right? You got to have confirmation beyond the flesh to be saved. All right? You got to have a connection with the hope of the Spirit beyond the words of man. All right? As it is written, grace. By grace you are saved, not by a man solely just teaching you. All right? And grace, you receive that through the Spirit. All right? If somebody get that precept in Ephesians. Who has the precept? You got a precept?
Yeah.
Read what you got.
This is Matthew 1 and verse 21 in the KJV. It says, "And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh-Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins."
His people from their sins. But apparently, if you don't take the contract seriously, you just add whatever you want and take away whatever you want. Like I said before, you basically created a mortgage. A dead pledge. All right. Read it again.
Okay, yep. This is Matthew 1 and 21. It says, "And she shall bring forth a son."
Mary, whose father, whose husband was Joseph, right? Yahweh Sak, right?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
It
And I believe his father was Jacob. We'll fact check that. Go ahead.
It says, I'm gonna read again, verse 21. It says, "And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh-Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins." And
go ahead.
Now all this
that's
was
actually
done.
the name. That's what the Lord's name means. Yahweh-Shai. He delivers or he saves.
It says, verse 22. "Now all this was done, that it may be fulfilled, which is spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall..."
Which the original meaning of virgin meant a young woman.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the original meaning of virgin. All right?
That's right.
That's the original meaning of Parthenos too, but it changed. All right?
That's right.
Good.
It says, "Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which in being interpreted is God with us."
Yeah, and people stumble over that too. Oh, his name was Emmanuel. Like this. Okay. All right. God with us. So what is his name? Is his name Jesus or is his name Emmanuel? All right.
Yeah, they stumbling.
They
Go ahead.
Yeah, they stumbling over possessive pronouns. His, mine's. They get that wrong.
Yeah, like you had this Muslim. He came past Pakistan dude. So it says past tense. They appointed my land to their name. They appointed, like, that's how the prophets speak. I was totally respectful to him. We didn't curse him out. We were very cordial. I even did like a little bow and everything. You know, he gave me Quran, took the Quran. You know, and when he left, we brought out a few scriptures about the children of Israel and all that. But that's in the car. But if you were Islam, you were a crazy person.
True.
But but he's Pakistani. They were conquered. That's not your original religion if you didn't know. The Pakistan, Afghan. That's an Arab. Islam is Arabic Arab religion, not a Elam religion.
Ishmael.
You were conquered. Yeah, Ishmael. You were conquered. All All right, you Afghans, Iranians, okay, Pakistanis. You're worshiping a conquered. You're a conquered people. All right, you're conquered. Yeah. So and you're not even Arab. You're not even Arab anyway. But you know, and y'all don't even speak Arabic. Like y'all speak Urdu and Pashtun.
Yeah. Even Iran,
Iran,
Persian.
Yeah, Iran, Pakistan, and India, Afghan, they all have similar heritage, Elamite heritage.
Well,
And some of them are mixed up too.
Exactly. Well, the word Arab itself means mixed.
Arab, mixed. All right? So, the prophets speak like that. The prophets can speak in past tense or in future tense. It's still a prophecy. All right? So that was a stumbling block for him. Right? I think he might have been the imam. But the other guy that we was talking to, I said, you know they're not the real, I guess he's trying to be politically correct. And I was explaining to him like that, the so-called Jays, but you should already know that. You're a Pakistani Muslim. But he's trying to be politically correct. But he had another guy with him, like I know they're not the real. But I said that we are the real Israelites. All right, and I gave him the example about Manasseh, the Egyptian president.
Yep.
So how did they leave the? I'm hoping I got the name right. How did the Jews leave Israel black and come back white? All right. So when you're in a different religion, especially in Islam, that's a stronghold. That's what the scriptures talk about. They're all snares and holes in prison houses. That's what they talk about, Islam and Christianity. All right? So if you're in Islam or Christianity, it's highly unlikely that you're going to come out that shit. All right? It's highly unlikely. But hey, if you come out, then you are one of the elect. All right? But the Christians and Islam and Mohammedans, they can't get it. They can't get it. All right? You're supposed to be a Muslim. You're supposed to be against them damn devils over there. And you think they're the real. That's a sick disease these Islamic people got. They think that those. Some of them think that them rich crackers are the real Jays. Yeah. Right? And he kept expressing only one God. No other. You have to be single. Or something like that. What did he say? He said something like that, right?
Yeah,
one God.
You believe in one God.
Then I said, okay. I say the Father is. Then you got the Messiah. You know, I didn't say that to him. He already left. All right, if you want to go that route, but we're all gods. But you know, we got one God. What the scripture say that? One God and one Messiah, the mediator. That's what it says in the scriptures. Somebody get that. That's what it is. You can talk at it. There's only one God, but he didn't say Muhammad is his prophet. He should have said that. So he didn't even say the whole shit right. He's supposed to say there's only one God and Muhammad is his prophet. So I'm not an expert on Islam, but he says there's only one. There's only one. But go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of these foreigners that's in these masjids, they got these Allah stands, these little carts that's selling food to Jake and the people. They can't really speak out against politics because they lose their immigration status.
Correct. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So they'll never speak a word against the government or anything contrary to what you know
say
what I mean?
So-called some stuff.
Exactly. They'll never do that.
Okay. Because he was like kind of scared, but the other dude was like, you know they're not. Well, you know what they're doing over there to the Palestinians. Yeah. They can't be the real people. Yeah. But he probably might have been an imam or whatever, or the head, whatever. But the other guy was shaking his head. Yeah, we know. I know they're not the real Jews.
Yeah, the masjids, they got 501c3 charters too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. So they don't have to pay taxes.
Exactly.
So they can like make.
They got a certain script that they got to stick to.
Right. They can't be like us.
Yeah, exactly.
But in Islam, all right.
Yeah, because that stuff came out of the RNC Church, Roman Catholic Church anyway. That whole doctrine, you know what I mean? The Catholic nun with Torah, the whole thing with him inspired by the city of God with Saint Augustine or something. You go into that history and such, you know. All of that was made up, you know, and we was really ruling during that time, you know, to give them that doctrine, you know. How he was illiterate. He was illiterate. How the hell, you know?
We basically wicked Israelites was supplanting that nation to get them out of their land and create a holy land for them. Okay, that's why you have a Mecca and all that crap.
Yeah, Medina. Mecca and Medina. Wait, he's from Mecca, right? Or Medina?
Yathrib.
Where Muhammad from?
It was called Yathrib.
You know where Muhammad from? He from Mecca or Medina?
I don't remember offhand.
Yeah, it was called Yathrib. The elder bishop, what's it, Tazadak? Yeah, he brought out. Yeah, before that was even called Mecca. What is it, Yathrib?
Yathrib? Yeah. And then after Muhammad died,
he got chased.
His I guess disciples wrote everything down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was taking dictation while he was still alive. You know, but he didn't. He was illiterate.
Yep.
How you follow an illiterate person? I told you that them Arabs are fucking stupid.
They're definitely stupid.
Stupid as hell. You following a fucking illiterate person. You know? That's how you know it was a damn agenda by it. Yeah, who the fuck backed him and financed him? There's a conspiracy there. We'll find out. We'll get all the facts in the kingdom. Yeah. Who the fuck finances dude? You a fucking illiterate person? Like imagine going to a bank and you're illiterate. They're gonna kick your ass. You trying to get a business loan. You sound stupid. Your presentation is dumb. Throw your ass out. Probably call the cops on your ass. Say you probably trying to impersonate somebody's identity. You know, them police cam videos. You trying to cash dude trying to cash $1 million check. Jake trying to cash $1 million check. They called the cops on his ass. He's acting stupid. Like $1 million check though, man. Seriously, you trying to cash? It was a Jake too. Like this dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
But you find that's the dumbest following a literate person. Trying to go Jake cash $1 million check. Fucking idiot. You got some information?
Yeah, the birthplace of Muhammad. He was born in Makkah, which means Mecca. It says Muhammad ibn Abdullah. Basically, Muhammad was born in Mecca 570 AD, and his birthday was believed to be the month
The last prophet.
the Rabbi Awal, which I don't know what that
We're
is.
the last prophet. So he's the last prophet. Come on, man. Bunch of crap. All right.
Yathrib became Medina.
Then he was you got it. All right.
Yeah.
Then he was saying something about he was alluding to there were prophecies. I gotta do a video on it. Wasn't he alluded to there were prophecies in the Quran and all that
Yeah,
stuff?
so
He was talking about science. He was saying the Quran talked about science. Basically, he was trying he was trying to humanize the Holy Quran, according to him, to make it seem like it's a religion you should get into. You know, you should get into it. It talks about science, talks about the operations, the sun, the moon, the revolutions. And he was like, he said, okay, you should get into this stuff. That's how he was talking. Like, oh shit, okay. I didn't know all that stuff was in there. So he's trying to blow my pause. He's trying to blow my mind and all that. Like, okay, I'm still not getting into your religion, man. I'm not the Genesis guys or other guys that to stop teaching the shit and you're gonna wander throughout the seducing. Like, no, I'm not convinced. I knew some of the stuff, but I didn't know that's what the Quran teach. It teaches about maybe some surahs or whatever in there talk about the solar system and all that. How the fucking solar system gonna stop your ass from getting burnt the fuck, getting incinerated? If it even say that shit in there, he might be trying to catch me with gal or something. He might be trying to do that, or catch us. But that's the stronghold amongst our people, Islam. All right, you got some information out on
Right, go.
Well, so get the scripture says none shall want her mate.
Yeah, because I was also thinking too. When you go into the Quran, it tells you to look into the books of the law of Moses. That's not in the Quran. That means you need to get another. You need to go to the. So you need to go into the book, the scriptures. Then
did we bring that out last
I think
week?
we brought that out.
We did bring it out. We did bring it out.
We brought
right.
things similar to that too. Yeah.
now with the Bible, it's a standalone book.
Right.
None shall want her mate. It's the only book that you actually need. But if you were to read the Quran, you'd have to go into this book and then look at that. You don't need to do that with the Bible.
Then there's a big contradiction because I'm looking at something right now called the 6 Articles of Faith in Islam, where it tells you you're supposed to believe in the prophets and the books.
Exactly.
But this book right here tell you not to believe in no other book. There's no mate.
There you go.
This book. And he kept stressing that there's only one God. So give me where it says one God, one mediator. That precept.
Yeah, I got it.
There's only one. Okay, there's only one God. Okay, but we have a Messiah. He didn't say there's no Messiah, but that's what he was alluding to. He didn't outrightly say it that there's no Messiah. But But it says that thought he was dead, but he really wasn't. Something like that in the Quran.
Imagine following one book that tells you to go follow another book.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
Come on now.
Nutty. Fucking nutcase.
So, you know? So if you had some damn sense, you'd stop following that book and follow the book that tells you to follow.
Yeah, and the reason why the Pakistanis are over here and
Confusion.
which I like their women though, the Pakistani women. The reason why they're here is because either terrorism, business opportunities, war, education,
refugee,
Careers, political.
Afghans and Pakistanis, they're over here because, and that's why I believe the country split because of Islam. They wanted a country for themselves. So you have part of India that was a lot of Muslims, because they were conquered. You know, after the Greeks conquered them.
That happened with years ago in with the brothers in London. I remember watching a video because you talk about the whole movement.
Yeah, hold that, bro.
There was a young Jake about like 12 years old that came up to the camp and the brothers in London. And he was trying to tell the brothers the same thing in the Quran. Yeah, you know, there's prophecies in the Quran. They was like, what prophecies in the Quran? He's like, there's something supposed to be like a crack in the moon or some other shit. They was like, what does that have to do with salvation? He was like,
saving your ass. Or getting divine protection. You know,
what I gotta do?
head case.
This is the 6 articles of faith that they
All right, get the precept I asked for about the what do you have?
I got the one job.
Yeah, you can read that. Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 5.
So we agree.
1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 5. For there is one God
and they
and
say
one
that
mediator
Jesus was just a prophet.
between God and
But then
men.
they believe that he's coming back.
The man Yahweh HaMashiach.
Yeah. One God, one mediator. You got the Father, you got the Son. All right. Now over that, we're all gods because we come from the spirit world. All right, because we're angels. We're angels in bodies. All right. So their doctrine is lacking. Again, like I said, well, if Islam is so powerful, why don't you save the Palestinians from getting slaughtered? Right? If Islam is so damn powerful. But like I said last week, the Arabs and the different Elamites, they're interested in business and technology. That's what they're interested in. They're interested in 5G, cellular, wireless technology, industrial technology. That's what they're into. Computers, software, oil, gas. That's what they're into. They're moving in the same direction that Esau moving into.
Yeah.
Over there in India, same thing. They're into the technology and software. All right. They're not going backwards. They're moving forward. All right. All right.
You said
One God, one mediator, Yahweh Mashiach the righteous. All right. What are you just?
you said you wanted Isaiah 34:16. So you got the book of the Lord and read.
Yeah.
Now, before he reads that, can he read a couple of excerpts?
Yeah.
Because it's
And
going
if
to
you got
follow
some
this.
too,
It's going to
you
follow
read
this.
some of
It's
yours
going to
if you
follow
have
this.
Back in the world, I used to be in the Quran and Islam, and it says this in the Surah 247 in the Quran: O children of Israel, remember my favorite that I bestow you upon you, and that I prefer you above the world. In another verse, it has worded a little differently: O children of Israel, remember my favor wherewith I favored you, how I preferred you to you over all creatures. According to the Quran and Hadith, why were the children of Jacob preferred over the children of Ishmael, Isaac's brother, or even Esau, Jacob's brother?
Or Ishmael or Midian. Okay. The Arabs mixed up, whatever. Whatever Muhammad comes out of, one of them, Ishmael or Midian, they are not preferred. Well, so say Isaac. We read earlier. Isaac shall that seed be called. Ishmael was under the children of the bondage, right? Roughly paraphrasing.
Right.
So, I guess that's a mistranslation, maybe, according to the Muhammad.
That's the bullshit that they run to.
It's a mistranslation. Oh, it's only one God. Well, we read it. It's only one God, one mediator.
Not all the Qurans are pure.
Right. And it's only one version of the Quran. That's a damn lie.
Okay.
I believed that for a while, but then wait a minute, it's multiple versions of the Quran. So
And you got a large percentage of Muslims here in Philadelphia. A real large, hundreds of thousands of Muslims, Jakes. And why is this? Why the community in desolation?
Mm-hmm.
Why are the women walking around here being whores and prostitutes? Why the men walking around with their pants taken off their ass?
Yeah.
tattoos on their face. Where's the order at?
Right. All that praying for what?
Yeah, where's the order?
Yeah, that dude crazy.
And they be the worst ones.
Yeah.
Dude crazy
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
I don't remember. We was on Market Street. Two Muslims came up to one Muslim. I believe they were Muslim. Yeah. He said the next time I see, he gonna delete him or whatever.
Blow him
Exactly.
Yeah, in the middle, like right in front of him, in front of the camp. Like, what the fuck?
Testimony back, while I was preaching downtown, we came across a Ishmaelite, and he said, this is word on word, he said, black Muslims, we don't take them seriously. He said they're like kids dressing up for Halloween. We really don't take them seriously.
Yeah, I
So-
can see that. That's an accurate statement, though. Yeah, that's an accurate statement.
People on the
They're
throne.
like kids dressed. Yeah, and Jake do that. A lot of I got a cousin that do that. When Ramadan was coming in, I saw him on Facebook. He had a garment on. What the fuck? He got a garment on?
Yeah.
I've never seen him wearing a white robe before.
Yeah. A lot of these.
So I knew he's Muslim, but like I never seen him dressed like that. But when Ramadan came in, was about to come in, he put the garment on. Then made a video for Facebook. Like he said, kids dressing up for Halloween. That's an accurate statement.
Yeah. And for Jake, it's just a hustle. I've given this testimony many a times before.
Mike Tyson.
I remember I was coming down Broad Street, and I pulled into the gas station. I guess the dude thought I was an Edomite or whatever. And he comes, goes, yo, man, you looking for anything? I'm like, man, I don't do none of that bullshit. He goes, oh, my bad. I said, first of all, you ain't even a Muslim. Because we talking about, I said, you're Israelite. That's an Ishmaelite belief. And I was just going back and forth with him. And then eventually he looked at me and he put his head down and he goes, man, I don't even really believe in this shit. It's just a hustle. And a lot of our people, well, here's the thing. They preach that brotherly bullshit, but then they go and they sell drugs to their brothers. A lot of you Muslims, you either doing drugs, you sell drugs. So where's all that humanity and love your brother stuff? It's all hypocrisy. It's confusion.
Yeah, they don't let you marry their daughters either.
But
y'all brothers.
Or Jake, they want to sell the oils. It's just a hustle.
So I can't marry Pakistani.
It's a fashion. It's an image.
Then you go into these mosques and try to pray with them. They won't even put their feet beside you. They moving 8 inches away from you, wondering why. This is my brother. Why he don't want to put his feet next to mine?
Yeah, they're full of shit. They're full of shit. But they over here in America though. But fuck y'all. Take your ass back to fucking Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Lebanon, whatever the fuck you came from.
They ain't getting that money over there. They gotta come over here to get that money, Babylon the Great.
Yeah, it's commerce.
Merchandise, man.
They either in a war-torn country. No, I'm not a right-wing person. I'm just saying. These are just facts. Because of the United States, they're in a war-torn, dangerous country neighborhood. It's because of either a result of American imperialism or their own internal shit they got going on. So they end up over here in America. All right? And they start their businesses or... Yeah, most of them got to start businesses because I don't be seeing them at the job. I don't know how they be on the job too.
Not really.
Yeah, I don't even see them at the job. They have to be merchants, I guess.
They're straight up merchants.
Or they be in slavery. They be putting each other in slavery or whatever, I guess, like the Chinese do. The Chinese store or something.
I only see the women at jobs and shit. Men don't really.
Yeah, depend
Well,
on...
a lot of them are a lot of those people are franchise owners. They come over here, they start investing in like Dunkin', they'll own a Dunkin' or a Subway or 7-Eleven. They become franchise holders. They become franchise holders.
Popeyes.
They manage and run all that shit.
Yeah, Popeyes, Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh,
Checkers,
Very
rallies.
rarely you see their women working because they usually do it in like groups in their like family. Coming out of Keyport, I see the women there, but they've been a little American. Yeah,
and shit.
So that,
They are.
And then after college, the women will be in like little work.
Like I have some Elamites that live next to me. Now they might be Jake's though, but his daughters, they wear the thing, but then they just wearing fucking jeans and everything else. Like why the hell there's no purpose of the damn covering. You covering the fucking forehead and the sides of your head just for everything else to be exposed. So America, that philosophy fuck these people up.
Excuse me too, Talak. There was a news clip, I think it happened yesterday, where a militia group went to the council building and told the Muslims to get out the country and got a pack of bacon it was hitting the Quran with it. It just happened, what, yesterday or day before yesterday?
That's crazy.
Yeah, you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it.
You know Edomites or something?
Yeah, Edom, it was a militia group, and they had the Quran. They was hitting it with a pack of bacon, saying, "Get out!" This just happened.
You gotta put that in the chat.
Yeah.
Pork bacon.
I'll send it to the chat.
Oh, you seen
Okay,
it?
okay. Yeah, you gotta pull it up. Pull it up and show it now, man.
This is common.
That's crazy.
But then Esau think that the so-called Jays aren't white people. The so-called Jays are absolutely white people. If we were using the colloquial term, they're white.
Yeah,
they're
praying,
just like you.
and they standing over top of them, basically cursing them out with bacon.
Oh, that's
Spitting.
actual happening
Yeah,
in
that's
real
While
time.
they praying,
Oh shit.
he got Jesus on his garment. They Christians.
Damn.
So it said Muhammad is burning in hell. He's a pedophile.
Damn.
He's spitting on the grave of Muhammad.
Where they at?
There's some school
In the States?
here in South Florida.
South Florida?
Yeah.
Try to do that shit with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Motherfucker.
By all technical.
And then, see, these Christians, these Edomite Christians believe they're right. Believe in Jesus. Where you got Jesus at?
That's like a sect of the damn Westboro
Pull
Baptist
Jesus
Church
out
or
of
some
there.
shit.
Get out, Jesus. He got a little better one. Clean him up. Y'all been fucking him up too long.
He weathered.
Yeah, they was preaching that last week too.
Isaiah 34.
Isaiah 34 verse 16. It says, seek yea out of the book of the Lord and read. None of these shall fail. None shall want her mate.
Seek out of the book of the Lord and read. None shall want her mate. Okay, the mate is what? A parallel version or a bad version, a bad carbon copy interpretation of the Bible, which is the Quran. All right? None shall want her mate. So the Bible is the supreme book that will, which is an instruction manual for the Israelites, all right, to receive salvation and our history. All right?
Yeah, the most controversial book ever is not the Quran.
Yeah, that's
It's the Bible. The most studied, right? The most studied, the most read, the most purchased, right? Is literally the Bible, and that's for a reason, because that's where the truth is contained. That's why.
Hey, look at how all the nations were able to conquer other nations using forms of the scriptures. You know, look at how Esau was able to conquer the lands using the so-called scriptures. Using
Well,
the
yeah,
Bible, you know?
the elites,
Yep.
the actual elites amongst the Edomites used the scriptures as an outline to control the world.
Yep. Yep.
They use it as a blueprint to control the world.
Yep.
They don't use the Quran, they use the Bible.
Yep.
This is why the scriptures records them as casting his word behind him, because they know the scriptures. But they use it in a way to try to control and rule. If the Lord said not to do something, he doesn't. But he's doing it for a reason. Because he believes if he pursues an alternative reality, he'll be able to continue to rule. That's literally his thought process. This brother goes into it all the time. If he's able to search the heavens or the sea, why do you think he's out there and doing all these things? Now obviously it's multifaceted, but there are primary reasons that influence him to or motivate him to do these things. Because he reads the scriptures. Oh, okay, so now if we do that, we'll be able to stay in power.
You know what's happening for a short time.
Right.
So Esau himself he's a crazy man. He believes.
But the Most High is fucking with you.
Right.
Most High didn't really
Bargains
give you that.
with him.
He's putting it in there knowing you can never achieve that.
Right. Esau himself
He's
says
playing with you.
that the universe is forever expanding. That's what Esau says in the sciences. I don't know how he knows that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But if that's possible, how the hell Esau gonna ever map the universe?
Right.
He can't map. If it's ever expanding,
Right.
according to his own science, it's ever expanding. It's always getting bigger and new stuff created, everything. You know, that makes sense. You know, the Lord is a creator. Father, Son, and they're both powerful creators. But if it's forever expanding, you can never map the universe out. All right, we're a speck of dust relative to the universe.
Yeah, they talk about multiple galaxies and they haven't even been to these other planets. And you haven't been on the moon either.
Or Mars. The Mars lander.
Yeah.
Pull some pictures up of the Mars landing. Pictures the surface of the Mars. You would think it would be. They would be more transparent with their lies. Like, give us an approach to the moon.
The robot, the Mars lander?
Yeah, like the terrain and all that. The terrain.
Oh, the terrain. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see if we pull that up.
Oh, there's a
read it
guy
again?
on YouTube already exposed that area that you see is actually right
Oh,
up
like,
on
Arizona, right?
No, not in Arizona. It's
Hollywood?
It's up
Warner Brothers
in
Studios?
North America. It's in North America near not near Greenland, but like in that area above Canada.
Okay. Yeah.
It's fucking that's the moon fucking landing, man. And then you see the actual rover. There's a rover up there. He went on Google Earth, and you can go to it. They have their little station there. And he said if you just turn the hue fucking red, it looks exactly like the fucking Mars,
Picture,
man.
There's a Red Hot Chili Pepper song. There's a Californication, and there's a lyric that's he says, "Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement." He said, "Space might be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement." And there's been a long time running jokes about that. I think even Family Guy aired a joke where they were, he walked out. But they're putting it in your face. They're showing you that. Because then even when they did the interviews with these different astronauts, they exposed themselves. They tried to dance around the questions, but they ultimately ended up exposing themselves, saying shit like, oh, well, we destroyed the tapes that contained the understanding and the technology. So and it's very hard to read. And that's real foot. That's not AI, okay? Like now you got to question what the hell's coming out these days. When that was released, that wasn't AI. That was them being interviewed and giving their answers. They exposed themselves.
Yeah, if Esau could make it to the moon, Jake could be there too picking cotton, because who else gonna build the land?
They be making money off of it. Yeah, they be making money off the moon. This so-called helium-free that's allegedly exists up there. And then the moon rock scandal. Remember the moon rock scandal? It was actually a rock from California, somewhere in the desert, the West Coast somewhere.
Esau, man.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boots are like smooth and shit, but then somehow there's a tracked foot on the goddamn ground and shit.
Right.
It's been proven. On top of that, you tell me you went to the moon in fucking tinfoil.
Yeah.
But now you got
they said
AI
the cameras,
and all this other shit. You can't.
They said the cameras was special cameras that could withstand negative 200 or something, like whatever the temperature was. At special cameras. The film, they had actual film back then.
The tripod.
You know,
Esau,
that wasn't available to the public. This is space technology, and after they went to the moon, it was still not available to the public. The technology they used. I think today is not even available to the public. The cameras the technology they use to take pictures on the moon and video are not available to public. Right, as of in 2025. In 1969 technology is not available in 2025. That they use to take pictures and fucking streaming video. The first streaming platform was NASA. He created the first streaming platform.
Right.
That's where they got Netflix idea from. And Hulu and all that. From 1969. They streamed the shit from the fucking damn moon.
From a landline.
Dial up and
Now,
satellite. They had satellites, but
exactly, because they do have satellites in orbit. That much is true. But remember, there's something called the Van Allen bound. There's too much pressure and radiation up that way. It's the same or similar reason why they can only go so far underwater. There's too much pressure. It'll literally cause you to implode. That's why they send subs and stuff like that, but they can only send them down so far. They even got the robotics, but they know that there's a limit. Once they go below a certain point, that technology completely fails. And you mean to tell me?
And we don't know what the hell they're doing anyway.
Right.
Yeah, it was an instance when they tried to go deep in the sea, and the fucking submarine, like basically collapsed on itself and killed the people.
Most
They
recent.
said, what was
Like
that
2-3
sound?
years
I
ago.
clipped, I saw that clip.
With the PlayStation
What was that
controller.
sound?
They were controlling that somewhere with the PlayStation controller. They put them people in there like a fucking hotbox and just they killed themselves.
And the crazy part about it is the owner of that company, or the CEO, they outlined he was cutting corners anyway.
Yep.
So Esau don't even take this shit seriously. You're gonna invest millions of dollars or whatever it was to come up with this submarine just for it to fail because he's cutting costs.
Because he's an idiot. You gotta monetize it, man, to make money so you can make the proper investment.
Well, if I can say that goes to show you,
If it
like,
fails, it's embarrassing probably, so they want to keep it.
back to the point about
So Esau's technology. I'm interrupting you, Salaki. Esau's technology has limits, whether it's because he doesn't actually possess it, or because he's an idiot.
There you go.
It's a line that he can't pass. His technology is great. Don't get it wrong. His technology is great, But certain shit he can't do,
Yeah, Jeremiah 31:31 gonna tell you why.
That's why when the lies start to get exposed, it's a fucking joke. Right? This man is an embarrassment. He's not fit for rulership.
Yeah, Jeremiah. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, back to the main point, like that. Esau can't search the heavens and the earth below. He only has so much technology to search some things out, but he can't search it all out. His technology is too inferior for the Lord's creation. Now, remember, the Lord created all things and created everything, but everything that He's created, He was only given Esau so much control and power to withstand or to create or to do within the Lord's creation. So, but in Esau's pride is lifted up in him. He thinks he can, create these things and search out the heavens or search out the below beneath. But like you can see how quickly the Lord is able to just dismantle any type of technology that He tries to put out there.
It says the wisdom of this world is foolish.
There you go.
The Most High.
It's all lies.
The beneath, that's in Jeremiah, right?
Yeah.
With the earth, the heavens above and the earth, even the seas below, Esau has went down far enough where he said that reading the article, it was like, yo, there's a fucking ocean in the ocean that I can't fucking get past.
That's where they get the Kong movie, the King Godzilla King Kong movie.
Yeah, the inner earth and all that. There's a thing that the Lord has down there that's water, but they fucking can't get through it. And that's why the Lord said that there's certain things that you're not going to be able to achieve, even though that's why He tries to do what He does. He's not going to be able to. Same thing with certain creatures that the Lord is not going to allow this man to tame. Like, you're not going to tame Leviathan, man. You're not going to tame certain beasts that the Lord got out in the field somewhere that only people may see and may have reports of. Like, you have the ones in Africa, Tanzania, or whatever. They said there's a water and there's a cave where there's a where if you go into that water source, you're not coming out because there's a fucking creature down there that comes up and eats people once in a while and it goes back into the fucking cave. You're not gonna be able to catch it on tape, until in these last days when the Lord brings it up for death and destruction.
He probably got cloaking technology. He can phase in, out, reappear, disappear. Yahushua created these
features. Well, that's a good point, because Esau is not an originator of anything. He gets his ideas from the creation of the Heavenly Father, but he perverts it. It's an imitation, a cheap imitation at that. Compared to the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, but he's not an originator. All these different ideas he gets for military stealth and all that, he studies animals, and then he tries to duplicate it.
Drugs, drugs. He mimic the effects, like synthetic vitamins. Like all your products got some synthetic vitamins in them. Like you see drinks with vitamins and minerals, a whole bunch of vitamin B6. That's all synthetic shit. Meaning they develop some type of chemical that has a similar reaction or similar consequence than the vitamin. Like they'll put the chemicals together that has similar results as vitamin A, similar results as vitamin K, and they call that vitamin K. They call that vitamin D. They call that vitamin B6. Or the B complexes.
I thought I was going to
so
charge them, but they seem to be working pretty good.
I would try to stay away from the synthetic vitamins if possible.
Right off the pack.
Jeremiah 31. I'll make a new covenant with the house of Israel. And then let's continue to read.
Jeremiah 31 and 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. For this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people.
New covenant, covenant new. All right, refreshed. All right, Kadash, I believe. Kadash, new. New. All right, so the covenant does not include, the new covenant or old covenant does not include benefits for the other nations whatsoever. It only includes benefits to the Israelites, no matter where we're scattered. All right, continue.
Verse 34, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more.
Right, it's pertaining to the Israelites only, not pertaining to all the nations together if they deny their father. It's not talking about that. It's only talking about Israel. Right.
Yeah, you read earlier Galatians 4:4-5. And it was what? To redeem them that were under the law. And when you go back into the law, you had the law on sacrifice.
Bring it out again. Can we bring it out? Bring it out.
So when you think of what Yahushua did, he became the sacrifice for Israel to open up that relationship back to the Heavenly Father. But it was going to be through Yahushua. And nowhere are the nations mentioned in that. That's the whole thing. The sacrificial law was not given to every nation. It wasn't. All right?
They try to finagle it in there because they're not taking the contract seriously. You gotta take the contract seriously. If you take the contract seriously, you can't include the actual other nations. You can only include the Israelites, Gentiles, the Israelite heathens. You can't include everybody in there. All right? If you take the contract seriously, both the first and the second contract. All right? Because before the new one comes in, you have to disannul the second one. All right? So that's why we're under grace now.
And it's crazy because there ain't no other contract.
So disannul the first one.
Right.
So the second one comes in.
You can't circumvent Yahushua. And I believe when they were a part of Sakari, they co-signed when Al-Azhar said that you're not supposed to worship Yahushua. So remember, they doing this without Yahushua. They don't have Yahushua.
Yeah, he did say that, yeah.
So remember, there's only one way. I am the way, Yahushua said. Okay? You can only go through Yahushua to get to the Heavenly Father, which is for the nation of Israel. That's the order that was established. The other nations are going to be our servants.
Right. Don't be surprised if they come out with that doctrine. They start preaching it with more force. We'll bring it up.
So Yahushua did not die to the heathen. He died and was sacrificed for us to be adopted back to the Heavenly Father, to be His people, as it is written.
I like this word testament because Christians get messed up with the word testament or New Testament, Old Testament, because brother read the word about a new covenant. And you go to Google, it says, what does testament literally mean? It says the term testament applied in two parts of the Bible means a covenant or agreement or pact. So that's all the New Testament means. A new covenant, a new contract, like the brothers are saying, that was made with who? The nation of Israel. Okay? We're not under the first one, but we're coming under the second one. Which will happen when we get our new bodies, man. When we're changed, when we're beamed up into a chariot. Because you got another thing is Christians believe that they're saved and shit. That they are in the new covenant. No, if you're in the new covenant, you wouldn't be going off. There would be no point of you converting another man. But just to further that point of there's a whole new covenant or agreement or pact with the nation of Israel.
With the nation of Israel.
With Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because what did Moses do? He sprinkled the blood on the nation of Israel, making that agreement, and we said as a people we will do what the Lord commanded us to do. That was that agreement, that was that contract, but the renewing came through Yahushua. It's like brother said, what? His blood.
Yep.
This book of Jeremiah 31 and 35 says, Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth The sea, when the waves thereof roar, the Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus,
Yeah, so it excludes all the other nations. Right? So it's only referring to Israel. So Israel is still here, and we're still the Lord's people. All right? What?
Yep. Verse 37, thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord.
Yeah, you can't measure earth. You can't measure the heavens. You can't measure the heavens. Esau's giving you numbers about how far the moon and the sun is from the earth and all that. Esau don't know. He just has his radar technology or whatever he uses. Send a signal out, see how long it takes to get back and come up with a calculation.
I can add to that too. I also go to Jake said try to go too deep, man. There's certain things in the scriptures. There's certain things outside the scriptures you just don't need to know that's not been revealed. That you don't have to go too deep to try to search out. You know how many stars there are in the galaxy or whatever thing you want to try to search too deep in. But the scriptures talk about that. Don't try to go too deep into things, right? Because all you gotta do is focus on what's in the scriptures and what's been given to us by the Spirit. You don't gotta go into unnecessary details about unnecessary things.
Basically, he's trying to undermine his own covenant with the Lord. Trying to find out how far the sky is and how deep the earth is, when the water is. You basically telling the Lord you don't want the covenant that he promised you by figuring these things out.
Right? Which is impossible to figure out anyway, but Esau, he's a psychopath. All right, he's smart in certain ways, but he's crazy in other ways. All right, crazy.
Yeah, appreciate
But
it's the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 21. It says, "Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence. For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret." Like the kingdom. But be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment.
Evil suspicion overthrown their judgment.
$2, man. It's wild.
The guy that couldn't draw a fucking bird. They thought there was a dome over the earth, and the window opened up in the dome, and that's how the rain came down. And the birds are somewhere over here, he said. Whatever, that fucking guy.
Flat Earth guy. The scriptures tell you that the Lord sitting in the circle of the earth, so the earth is round. So, and why is a flat Earth necessary to know? I mean, I don't know why they even brought it up. It just kind of seemed like it was irrelevant, not even relevant, But what is relevant is, what's going to be the end of us? What's going to be the end? How are we going to be saved? Who can be saved?
Yeah. You got to think about that for a second. That's a pretty pathetic way to go out. I mean, you based your whole faith onto whether or not the earth was round or flat. Your whole faith came down to that.
And they disappeared. They're back in the world.
Well, undermines everything else, because then they come to the realization, and their minds will